Coming up on today's FNN, we head back to elementary schools with our EdRising class.
Plus, we go behind the scenes with our American Political Thought team.
And spring sports season is almost here. Stay tuned for all that and more because FNN starts now. Happy Wednesday, Falcons. I'm Dotman Parr.
And I'm Tess Saldivar.
Recently, Mr. Robbins' American Political Thought class participated in the We the People competition and brought home the state title. FNN reporter Caleb Stearns explored the APT class and how all their hard work this year paid off.
American Political Thought is a senior class headed by government and debate teacher Mr. Robbins. It focuses on public speaking and constitutional concepts. Every year, the APT students participate in the We the People program, which comes to a head with simulated congressional hearings. Back in January, APT students attended the state finals, where they demonstrated their knowledge of civics and the Constitution by simulating a mock hearing. In preparation, the class dedicated many hours of practice in public speaking and presenting information. Paige Reynolds, a student in APT, tells us what the class had to do to practice.
So a lot of what we do is we meet with outside people that we call our coaches. So right now we have different coaches for different questions that we have, and we meet outside just as a unit, answering questions, building evidence and everything that we need to do.
The students split up into units or groups and presented information to answer the questions from judges. Each unit was given 4 minutes to deliver a presentation. Each student gets a score from the judges based on participation and effectiveness on answering the questions, and whichever unit has the highest score by the end wins the competition. Divya Bandari, another student in APT, elaborates on how the state finals went for the groups.
There was a bunch of other schools there, like EGR, and then there's a panel of judges right in front of you. They ask you whatever questions they want at you after your 4 minute, which is usually an essay summary of what you have researched so far. And yeah, you're just kind of blasted on the spot. You just tell them whatever you know about the Constitution.
In the end, all of the practice and hard work paid off, as their units won first place ahead of Ann Arbor and East Grand Rapids high schools.
Congratulations to every student in the APT for their big win at this We the People state finals. Once again, be sure to wish them good luck as they head to Washington, D.C. for nationals in April.
Our APT team isn't the only group of EK students winning big. Our jazz band ensemble was named the most outstanding band at the recent competition. The team competed at Western Michigan University last week against many of the top jazz programs in the state. In front of a packed audience, the band performed flawlessly on their way to earning the most outstanding band award. Member of the jazz ensemble, Kean Backery, says the advice he received from other musicians is something that will stick with him.
What was exciting really to me was getting to get some great advice from some great musicians. There were a lot of great people there. Listening to some great music was also really fun, and just hanging out with the bands.
Congrats again to all members of the ensemble. You can catch more performances by members of our fine arts programs starting next Thursday with the opening of the spring musical.
The EK Educators Rising class was able to visit Bowen and Explore elementary schools last week to read to second graders and kindergartners. Tess and I were able to join the class on their trip and learn more from our future educators. EK EdRising is a course for students who are thinking about pursuing careers in education. Part of the experience is getting to classrooms to connect with younger students. As EK EdRising students head into both Bowen and Explore, the younger kids' faces lit up looking up at the high schoolers. Explorer's own principal, Mr. Bannister, talks about how important it is for the high schoolers to be able to read to children.
They're role models for elementary students. So younger students, whenever they see somebody that's older, especially a high school student, and they can make that connection between where they are now and maybe where their older siblings are or where they're going to be in the future, I think is valuable when high schoolers come in and be a positive role model.
As EK students were able to have a hands-on experience interacting with elementary students, it allowed the high schoolers to really see what it is like working with children. We had a chance to talk to Miss Glass, who talked about the importance of these programs as she had done a similar program during her high school years.
Connect with the kids as much as you can. If you have the opportunity to work as a coach or as a tutor, that can be a great experience and really give you a feel for what it's like being a teacher. And it'll help you kind of determine what kind of age of students that you really like to work with. And I think that's important.
If you are interested in a career working with children or teaching, be sure to consider taking EK EdRising. If you are a soon-to-be senior that is interested in pursuing teaching as your future career, make sure to stop by and talk to Ms. Mahi to learn more about joining EdRising next fall. That wraps up your news for today, Falcons.
Now let's send it over to Erica Large for your EK Sports Report.
Hey Falcons, it's your girl Erica, and this is your EK Sports Report. The weather is finally warming up, and that means spring sports season is here. Starting off in the pool, we have our girls water polo team. They start their season off this weekend in Ann Arbor. Last year, they made school history as the first EK girls team to place in the top 4 in the state. This year, they are looking forward to building off of their strong season and rising even higher in the state rankings. Senior Maya Wiltrout says that their goals for this season is to get the team back to states.
We're super excited for this year, hoping to make it to states again. We spent lots of time in the pool, creating a good team atmosphere. So yeah, we're hoping to go even farther than we did last year.
From the pool all the way to Pat, now with the girls soccer team, tryouts are wrapping up for the squad as they look to build off their 10-win season last year. The team has some serious talent, including a D1 commit. Captain Cami Kozo says that the team has things to build on.
For the team, I think we just need to be more confident as a team and work together more and definitely be more positive this year.
That's it for your EK Sports Report. Tune in Friday where I highlight your winter all-conference athletes and talk more spring sports. Now let's flip it back to the desk.
That does it for today's show.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to Falcon News Network on YouTube, where you can catch sports live streams, previous episodes, and other great content.
Plus, check out the posters around school to tune into our new radio station and check out our podcasting channel.
Have a great week, and we'll see you back here on Friday.